There we go. We're on. Hello, 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 hello. This is a pop-up podcast. So wishing you all a happy new year, whatever time it is, wherever you are, etc., etc. We won't have the normal sort of kind of start off, I don't suppose, because we're just making this up. So everyone's here. Steve, Chris, and Jamie. What's going on, guys?
Quickly,
and I'm Steve.
And I'm Steve.
I am actually Steve.
And Richard's the fool.
Yeah, I'll go with that. So what you guys been up to? I'm just going to
wait. Let me get it out of the way. Happy New Year, Richard.
Happy New Year, Richard.
Happy New Year, Richard. What did you get for Christmas?
How are you doing?
Pneumonia.
Happy birthday.
Richard, we really should meet up more this year and have coffee.
Merry Christmas. God, right, I love you.
Do you know what? You guys. Right, let's just put this in context, shall we? Because I've been getting so much grief today since about midday from these three, because I happen to say
that I really mean it.
Which, by the way, is why we're here right now.
yes, that's very true. I don't not wish people a happy new year.
Bullshit.
Right. No, honestly, I don't. But I don't wish some people a happy new year. Not that I wish them a bad new year or a miserable time. Don't get me wrong. But I want to put this into context, because I said to the guys via our kind of offline messaging thing that, a lot of people say happy new year. And I genuinely believe that a lot of people, not everybody, but a percentage of people who say happy new year say it more from the point of view that it's new year and it's kind of the thing you say. Yeah. Not that this, but I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to put this in context, because I used to work in an office where, and I think this is where it stems from. So I'm not necessarily picking at individuals, but
right.
Well, certainly not individuals in the community, but actually, individuals from where I used to work. Definitely.
You're just a cynical bastard, and we should get over it. Okay, go ahead.
No. But generally, I would work with people, and you go in on a Monday morning, whatever Monday in the year, and they would turn around and go, "Oh, hi, how you doing? How was your weekend?" And you just knew that they didn't give a damn about your weekend. It was just the thing you say before they go, "I want you to do this," or "Why haven't you done that?" or whatever it is in passing. And I kind of had the hump about that. Now, New Year was a classic, and I used to find it hilarious, actually, because you go in like one day in late January, early February, it would literally get that late, and you would bump into somebody you hadn't seen all year because they worked in like another part of the business or like across the campus, and they'd go, "Oh yeah, Happy New Year." And you're like, what? It's February, or it's like we're a month into the year. I genuinely believe that you have like this little finite window of people to say it to who you actually mean it. But it's like, I work with you that little that it's taken you 6 weeks to say Happy New Year. Do you not think that actually it's kind of lost a bit? Because because what it does, to me, it dilutes the meaning of it. That's my point. And because I said it in Messenger, and Messenger's got no context or tone or anything like that, these three just started ripping, and I mean ripping into me all afternoon. So
Happy New Year! Now get off my porch.
So Happy New Year! Get off my lawn, you little bastard!
But hand on heart, the people that listen to this show regularly, and even those that dip in and think, "Do you know what? This might actually be not a complete waste of my afternoon." Genuinely, have a Happy New Year. Have a great year. Have every single day great, because I wouldn't wish bad things on maybe a couple of people, but not very many people. That's the point. They put things into context, and let's just be honest about it. And that's me. That's cards on the table. There you go. Take it or leave it.
Are you wishing Happy New Year to all of the guests that you have no idea they are? Yeah,
because if we're going to have people on who we find interesting or think might be interesting, then yeah, absolutely. But if you don't say Happy New Year to every single stranger you walk past today, tomorrow, and the next day, because it's like right at the start of the year, do you?
Well, no, you say it. I go to the beer store. I don't personally know the guy who sells me the beer, but yesterday when I bought it early in the morning, because I knew they were going to be darn busy, so I went there first thing in the morning because the liquor store gets busy on New Year's Eve.
But it does. You're one near you. Again, this is cute. Again, that's just the third time today. Same as usual.
It's
Hold-
just
hold
my
on a second.
community.
Do you not-
But
do you
the
not
guy
have
who's talking
shares
to
in
me,
that company now?
I wished him a happy new year. And if by your definition, Richard, did I really care how his new year was going to go? No, but I was just trying to be friendly.
You bastard.
No, that's true. That you have a very fair and very valid point there, genuinely. But that sort of individual, someone that you see on a regular, and let's face it, when Chris goes to the liquor store, he doesn't. He literally walks straight to the counter, goes in the door, goes to the counter, and the guy's like, "Afternoon, Mr. Q, got your order all ready for you."
How are kids? What's the
'Cause
dog doing?
You've got a relationship with him, haven't you?
I do not. Shut up.
Yeah.
Chris, we all know that you've got shares.
They're just bringing
in
the
Golden
forklift around now,
Shower.
Mr. Q. The golden shower will be ready soon.
Oh, you guys, that's funny. That actually is funny. But to be honest with you, Richard, I honestly don't have a relationship with the gentleman who runs the cash register at my local liquor store.
But what I'm saying-
seen it. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I'm
Just on another note, Richard also mentioned that he didn't get enough Happy New Year chain messages either. So any of you that have got those lovely Happy New Year
don't get
messages,
me started.
please send them all over to Richard, please, because he loves them. Okay, just completely bombard him with Happy New Year now, because he loves it, and he loves you all.
Fair warning, and Richard and I agree on this, and this is the only thing that we have agreed on so far today, is if you send me a chain message on Facebook, that is where your message dies, okay? Because I am not forwarding that crap on. Sorry.
Yeah, but at least Richard will get it.
But I know it was meant in the most sincere terms and that you honestly are going to watch all 365 days of my new year and make sure that I am happy. So thank you very much.
Whoever sent me the naked lady with the boobies swinging, that was very nice. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that was actually a pretty good GIF. That chick was hot too, by the way.
Yeah.
I did get several Happy New Year messages on Facebook Messenger from probably half a dozen, maybe 7 or 8 people within the community that I have met in person or have spoken to a lot, and they weren't necessarily, "Hi Richard, have a happy great new year," to you and Kat and all the rest of it. They were more, they weren't like the chain ones, because let's just ignore those for a second, but they were more the, a generic to people specifically. They picked obviously a what's the word I'm looking for, where you get lots of people that you send it all to at the same time, like a group. Yeah, absolutely. And all of those people, and they know who they are because some of them are probably watching now, they all got a personal reply. And then most of them, we had a little conversation afterwards. So that's what I mean by when you wish someone a happy new year, and they're the people that genuinely mean it, and you have a little conversation. Yeah, you don't have to spend all day talking, but it's heartfelt, and it's like having a handwritten note. Nobody sends letters anymore. It's all just emails and generic like to-do lists. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's like, I'll tell you a backstory because. And someday, guys, I mean, honestly, we've talked about this several times. We need to do a show and just show people our chat in between.
Oh,
podcasts.
God, no, we don't.
But it's well, I don't mind.
No, we don't.
I don't mind doing it now. Alan's not on the show.
Well, I don't mind telling you. It's, our chat that we have between each other is actually the real us, and we should probably just go ahead and make that part of the podcast because, in my honest opinion, it's funny as shit. But Richard, my reply to what Richard was just talking about was, yes, Richard, I understand your point. It's like asking somebody how they're doing when you first meet them, or hey, how's it going? And the true fact of the matter is you don't want to hear their freaking life story. That's a greeting, you stupid asshole. What did you come here and bug me about? What do you want? All we're doing is trying to be polite about asking you, what the hell do you want? So it's not any sort of care, like, hey, how you doing? Like, I give a shit. It's like, hey, how you doing? That's just a greeting. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're saying then is if I was working with Richard and I don't see him on a daily basis, or we don't necessarily get on, the best thing I could do on Monday morning is go up to Richard and say, "Hi, I'm Steve. Happy fucking New Year."
They're coming in already now. They're coming in already.
Good. Well done, people. Keep them coming.
Happy friggin' New Year, as if I'm going to fucking check up on you in 364 days to make sure it was good. I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying, Richard, but it's a pleasantry that we extend to others as a way of being sort of kind. And I don't want to diminish that, because I think that initially it's sent with kindness, but it's just not followed through upon. It's like saying, how you doing, when you see somebody and you expect them to go, hey, I'm good. Hey, let's get, we get into it. It's a greeting. I don't really want you to go, oh, dude, it's been hard. Let me tell you about the last 6 months. Like, I don't want to hear that. It was a greeting. It was just my way of saying, hey, man, how are you? It's like,
I completely agree with you, Chris. I totally 100% agree with you. It is, but don't you just think it almost falls into that category of Christmas has become the marketeer's wet dream. It's not what it used to. I really, that's this time of year. I don't dislike Christmas. I kind of had the joking. Kat is always joking around, the bar humbug and all the rest of it. That's not genuinely not the case, but it does wind me up on principle, where things get blown out of proportion. That's all it is. It's not a case of people don't mean Happy New Year.
Right.
99.99% of them absolutely do. And that's awesome, but it's starting to drift a little bit, and like Christmas has drifted from the true meaning of Christmas, all that to if you don't, TV adverts say if you don't buy everyone in your family a £1,000 laptop, then you're a bad human being, and that those sorts of things, and it's sort of drifted, and that has a knock-on effect which is detrimental to everyone.
Is it kind of the same for Valentine's Day? If you don't make your missus a step stool, then you don't love her.
Absolutely, yeah.
On that note, Richard, what did you get for Christmas, by the way?
What did I get? A headache, nausea. No, Kat got me a 3D printer. Do you guys know the story of how it was delivered? Because that's actually more interesting, I think, than the fact that she.
Well, I do want to point out that you have
airmail.
You have conspicuously included that 3D printer into your view of us today, for us today, and I just want to say that's a compliment to Kat, because Kat actually bought you that 3D printer, did she not?
She did,
even though he didn't build her a step yet.
No, but it was the postman. Wait. But I'm trying to tell the story. Shut up, Steve. You're an ass. I'm trying to tell the story here. It was the postman who had that 3D printer in a box in his precious hands that decided to just throw it over Richard's fence in order to deliver it. And this did not make a lot of people very happy, especially the love of Richard's life, who happens to be Kat. And I can quite understand why, considering the circumstances that followed. Richard?
Yeah, so basically, that's the only present she got for me. And I don't blame her. But she said to me about 6 weeks before Christmas, a month before Christmas, whenever it was. No, it was during December, not long before Christmas. Anyway, that's irrelevant. She said to me, right, you're not allowed to buy anything now between now and Christmas for yourself, because she didn't want me, because I've been sort of umming and ahhing whether to get myself one anyway. So she says, right, you're not allowed, nothing, no buying. Like, okay, that's fine, no worries. And then she'd said to the kids, we need to ambush the postman every day between now and Christmas, because Richard's present is likely to be coming, or hopefully will be coming, and he might be around, and I don't want him to see it, because she didn't know whether the box would give away what was inside it. And there was one day in December when I was here at Kat's and no one else was. I was looking after the dog and I was doing a bit of work and out the back. It was the only day. And this was the day that the courier, it wasn't the postman, it was a courier from a private company called Yodel, who knocked on the door, left a card through the letterbox that just said "behind gate," And I looked at this card and I was like, no way, because it's not actually a gate, it's a fence. And directly behind the fence is where the Road Trip HQ trailer tent lives. Yeah. And you can't get to the back of where the trailer is because it fills the gap. It's like trying to push a thing into a garage and then close the garage door, but the only way to open the garage door is from the inside. So what you have to do is, because it's a fence, you have to climb over and unlock it to open it up. And the reason for that is the gap is so tight. There isn't, you have the locks and that on the outside, which they open up against two walls, the gates don't open enough like that to get the trailer in and out. So it's got to be dead flush. So I've got to climb over, and the only way you get it there was literally get this parcel with a 3D printer in it and just go over the top. And I just peered underneath this trailer and just see this crumpled cardboard box on the concrete, the concrete. And I messaged Kat, and she's the most placid human being on the planet. I just messaged her and said, I hope whatever it is you've got me for Christmas isn't either expensive or fragile. She goes, why? And I just sent her a photograph of where it was lying. And I'm not joking.
That must have set her over the edge,
because she's a locum, and she just happened to be covering for different opticians that week, and she was a good few miles away, and I swear I saw the smoke rise like
cat bomb.
Yeah, it literally.
Well, you know why that doubly sucked.
Q's, but found a few F's.
Yes, they went through the whole alphabet, I can assure you.
You know why that doubly sucked, especially for her. And I have kind of sort of been there, Kat. So you have my sympathy. First of all, you see that the present that obviously was not cheap, and this was going to be the big present that you were buying for somebody, sitting in what looks like a crumpled mess. Okay. And so now, first of all, you're mad. Second of all, is the person who the present was intended for is the person who found it, and they now know what it is. So, and that whole thing happened several days before the Christmas holiday when people were supposed to unwrap presents and be. I would have been livid. Yeah, and oh my God, Kat, if you have the patience of a saint, if you didn't punch out the next guy who works for that company, I'm telling you, I would have been pissed.
We kind of joke about it now because it did all turn out okay. Yeah, the surprise was ruined, but I'm a big boy now, so it's not the end of the world. The item actually worked. That so that turned out okay. But it was that not knowing, because we opened the package up and it was well parceled up, but of course you've got electrical step motors, accelerometers, and stuff like that in there. That sort of sudden hitting the concrete could well have damaged something without being visible. So it was. Is it going to work?
By the way, Richard, Anna's ears pricked up when you said concrete twice.
Anna, oh my God, I love that lady. She's awesome. Anyway,
but yeah, so it did turn out. But what's actually more annoying is that as the parcel came traveling over during its very last moments of the delivery process, shall we say, it landed on the hitch for the trailer. So if you think of a caravan where there's that little triangular bit that comes out of the frame, it's all metal and hard and pointy and sticky outy with the handbrake and the bit that joins onto the car. It landed right on the corner of the box.
Oh, nice.
And we've got like a weatherproof cover for the hitch and the handbrake handle, and it's like a bit kind of a slopey one end of a tent made out of this thick fabric, and it actually punched a hole through the fabric of this cover, so now it's useless. It's got a hole in it. So although that was all done, she's got to then go through the claims of property damage, because when you ring these couriers up, do you know what their response is? Does anyone have? They literally we haven't got a contract with you. Nothing we can do. You have to speak to the person who sent it. And I think they were a bit surprised when we replied with, well, actually, yes, that's the case. However, during the execution of your employee's job, he's caused criminal damage. That now involves you directly with us, and it's got nothing to do with the person who got it shipped. So what are you going to do? So we've now got that hassle of going through with it. But it could have been a lot worse, though.
Well, let's not be shy about it. Tell people, please, once again, the name of this company who decided that tossing a 3D printer over a fence onto a tailgate and landing on concrete was a good idea. What company is this? And gosh, tell me how we should use them in the future.
Yeah, so the courier in the UK is called Yodel, as in like the alpine singing method. And I don't think anyone in the UK is going to be actually surprised about this, because they're featured probably 3 times on like BBC documentaries about terrible companies and all the rest of it.
About how crappy they are. Oh, nice.
Yeah, literally.
I've got pictures of the delivery driver walking up to your fence and going yodel, and throwing.
It's one of those things. I honestly don't know how this company actually still exists. Because
you know what, I want to recall a commercial.
Seriously, if you go on the internet and look for like this company Yodel and all the rest of it, they've got no Instagram, they've got no Facebook, they've got a Twitter account, but they've got they're not really on social media. The only thing
it's because they don't want to be contacted.
Yeah, you can find about 4 Facebook groups dedicated to their hassle and their mess ups. You can find umpteen YouTube videos showing, literally, I'm not joking, there's videos on YouTube of guys in Yodel vans driving past somebody's house and just hoiking the parcel out of like a blooming American paperboy and just not even stopping or it's that bad. And it's been going on for years and nobody seems to really care or do anything about it. It's just
do they wear clogs and the shorts and
some of them want clogging
braces?
Now, I do want to put again try and get this in context. There are people that deliver for Yodel who are, they do care about what they do because it's kind of their patch and all the rest of it.
Hello, Dave.
Oh,
Mr. Woodbarber's here.
Dave's in the house. And Jake as well. Hi, guys.
Is that Jake the knife thief?
Yeah. Happy New Year, Richard.
Yeah, okay. I thought that was going to happen. But you know what, Jake? You and Dave, and I don't know if Dave's having any hassles with his camera / microphone or whatever, but you two guys, you definitely fall into the category absolutely of, you two have a cracking year. Yeah, genuinely happy New Year. Did you have a good...
But Jake, be honest. You don't give a shit if Richard has a good year, do you?
Got Carl Morgan as well.
And speaking of two people who really don't care.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Richard.
Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you, though, Richard.
Yeah.
Now get off my porch.
Yes, now you can go. Away with you. So, what did you guys all do for New Year? Did you? Because I went to our usual friend's house party for New Year. But what do you? Anything good?
Slept.
Yeah. I worked a lot this week, so I went to sleep. I'm old man syndrome. Out of there.
Hey, I made it to midnight. I'm kind of proud of that. I made it all the way to 12 o'clock. And then my wife and I were watching a movie downstairs here. And I knew that the movie was going to run past midnight. And I went, I'm going to time this. So I'll pause the movie, go grab the champagne, pour the glass, drink the champagne, give her a kiss. 5 minutes later, the movie was over. End of night. that was it. That's how exciting it gets, kids.
Well, I stayed up, saw the new year in with my wife, and then sat there and waited for my kids to get home safe. That was pretty much my night.
I sat at the computer, watched YouTube, and then fell asleep.
Yeah, so rock and roll. You like now? I feel.
Well, like Carl and Robin, Carl, I don't want you to if it's kinky, don't tell us. But I mean, what'd you guys do?
Cacao!
Basically the same thing. We just watched TV and said Happy New Year, and our whole neighborhood. I don't know why there were so many fireworks, but
it was more than the 4th of July.
Yeah, they just went crazy. Yeah.
No champagne though.
We didn't have champagne.
No champagne, Carl. What's the problem?
They had no umbrellas.
You can't put a fancy umbrella in champagne.
Oh, Carl, you got to do champagne and roses on New Year's Eve for your wife. I mean, Robin, wouldn't you appreciate that if Carl had done that for you?
Well, yeah, he hates
Wait, Chris makes Carl look bad 1, Carl 0. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Just throw him under the bus.
But that I'm sorry is not like a greeting. It's like, how you doing? It's the I'm sorry was, I'm really not.
It's like saying Happy New Year when you don't mean it.
Happy New Year, Richard.
Well, so we every year it's kind of started as a bit of a tradition, and I genuinely feel like I'm being boxed into a corner here, and you're bullying me, and I'm kind of a bit overwhelmed.
Good, that was the intention.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression. Now every year we go over to one of Kat's friends who has just a house full of people always, and it's always a crazy party, and it's not crazy like loads of people. There's not very many people, but we always do silly things, play silly games, and party poppers and champagne. And
Richard, I'm sorry. Is this going to be a long story?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay, well, I'm just because I kind of got to go to the bathroom, so I'm just go ahead.
Oh, well, you're.
Can't you just pee into your colostomy bag?
$100 says by the time I'm done, he's still talking. All right, bye.
He's going for a golden shower.
No, so we do just like play silly games, and we play chicken charades, which is usually the most ridiculous but fun game. It's like just normal charades.
Whilst crossing a road.
No, well, that could be one of the things you've got to act out. But you literally have a rubber chicken, like like the dogs have squeaky toys. It's a rubber chicken that squeaks, and you have to use that in your game of charades. And it just
so you spent New Year's Eve choking the chicken,
amongst other things. Yeah.
He's playing with a cock.
They know.
Jake, I see you look as confused as we do. It's charades.
I was wondering. I didn't know.
Cacao.
I got worried there, Carl. I thought you were going to explain to him what choking. The chicken
No.
was.
You can.
He's wearing the perfect shirt.
We all know what that is.
He's wearing the perfect shirt for it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, brilliant!
Dave's trying his hardest to get in here.
Dave's in twice.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Hey!
There he is.
Anyway,
Dave,
hello.
Oh,
Dave, you need to leave the other one.
Yeah, you're in twice.
Yeah, I'm trying
He
to sort
really
that out.
wants to get onto a
Anyway,
show.
hello. Oh,
Hey,
there's nothing wrong with seeing two of me.
Right, let's
yeah, but
mute that one.
we can't see any of you. He just wanted to say
there
Happy
we go.
New Year.
Oh, he's left one of them.
Dear,
Figure it out.
Bless
Oh
him.
Lord,
Bless
he's
him.
new to this whole new technology thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we're not much better, and we've been doing it for a little while now.
So anyway, Richard, back to the
stop.
garage.
I knew it. He was still talking as soon as I sat down. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Getting up on me still.
Charades.
Yeah, charades, man.
Okay, yeah. So go on.
I know. It's your story.
No, I finished my story long ago, and then Carl was asking me about it. And what do you want to know? What do you want to know about
chicken and charades?
So what's the point of the chicken again?
I don't know.
So
I'm thinking about another one called Smack the Granny and charades.
What?
That sounds illegal.
Maybe I need to go away and come back again.
Just remember the whole Me Too movement here, Jamie, before you tell us the story.
Bash the Bishop. What about that one?
Oh, Bash the Bishop. That's a good one. Yeah.
How do we mute Jamie?
Oh
There's a button on here, I'm sure.
Carl, Robin, help me out. What did I miss? Because I'm totally lost.
Choking a chicken. That's about the highlight.
But somehow in British language, that turns into smack the granny. Okay, I don't.
And we had to translate charades as charades.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like
potato.
that's like an aluminium to aluminum. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Potatoes, potato.
Aluminum.
Physio.
Potato, potato.
Physio.
So what are you doing at the moment then, Carl and Robin, apart from giving me grief?
Giving you grief?
Yeah, well, apart from everyone else.
You should be so lucky. Anyway.
No, generally, I mean, it is our, it's our New Year show. But you've all had a pop at me for me being miserable about people saying Happy New Year and not meaning it. We'll move past that as quick as we possibly can.
Oh, let's.
And now he cares.
I know you want to dwell on it.
Let's not dismiss it so fast, Richard. But go ahead.
Well, do you guys all do the whole New Year's resolution thing or anything like that?
Well, we tried, but then we decided yesterday that it wasn't going to work. So
We always try.
yeah,
You gotta try.
Carl
It's the
tried
thought that
losing weight
counts.
last year. It didn't work.
Ooh.
I like the way Jamie's so polite and everything to our guests.
All I can imagine in Maker Central is people coming up to Jamie and saying, "Jamie!" Thump.
Right now, I'm waiting for everyone to come up and say Happy New Year to me in May.
Oh, there's an idea. There's an
There
idea.
you go.
Hashtag say
There you go.
say Happy New Year to Richard in May.
Bugger.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. You know what? Maker Central. Everybody at Maker Central, when you see
I
Richard
see
go,
a new T-shirt coming on.
Happy New Year, Richard.
Yeah.
He needs one of those pointy little party hats with confetti coming down in front of his face.
The little tinsely thing to the side.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I need one of them beer hats.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
But as far as New Year's, I don't make New Year's resolutions because I'm not an overachiever. I don't look. Honestly, I don't. I mean, my New Year's resolution, I used to make them. I did. I used to make them. It was do this, do that. But it was all work related. And since I've retired, my New Year's resolution has remained the same. You know what? It's be happy. And if I can be happy, then whatever happens in between 18, 19, and 20 is all good. I don't care. But I know that there are people that are seriously out there trying to, better themselves more than I am, better themselves more than I am. So, I understand. I totally understand the achievement issue. So, if somebody else has got some New Year's Eve resolutions they want to share with us, I'm happy to keep track of them and flaunt the fact that you never kept up to them if you'd like. So go right ahead. Let me know. I have a pencil, so let me know what they are.
I need to lose about 4 pounds. So I'm gonna cut down on the sodas.
Oh,
Jake.
wait till you come over to the UK and I'll seal it out your wallet.
All right. Well, Jake, well, in order to keep track of this, what do you weigh currently? Because at this time next year, if you haven't lost the 4 pounds, I'm going to give you some shit about that. Go ahead.
I'm about 190.
Are you?
So
Wait. Are you buffering that? Do you actually weigh like 188 and you're just kind of taking 2 pounds?
Actually, it's about 195. I was buffering it down.
All right. Well, then I'll take the 190. All right. A year from now, if you're not at 186, you and I are going to talk. All right. Cool.
That's my ideal weight if I was 6'5", though.
All right, Jake. Let me tell you how to play this game, okay? We need some honesty here, brother. Jake, what is your New Year's resolution, my man?
Lose about 10 pounds, really.
Okay, and you currently weigh honestly what?
195.
195. So a year from now, if you're not at 185, we all have the right to give you a load of shit. Don't we? We can look at you and go. We can look at you and go, Jake, you failed. 2019 was a failure for you. Okay, so all right, everybody. Jake, 185, 364 days from now. Okay. All right. Awesome. Jake, I love you for being so honest.
Resolutions.
I can do it, man. I can do it. No big
I know
deal.
I know you can, and I'm with you, brother. And Happy New Year, Richard style to you. Woohoo!
See, now you're making it sound like every time I say Happy New Year, I don't mean it.
Well, you don't, because we know that,
No,
Richard, you
that's
already
not
are
true.
cynical enough to not want to believe that anybody actually means Happy New Year when you say it.
I'm
Because-
really supportive, Richard.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia.
You know what? No, wait. I got to interrupt, Jake, because you know what, Jake? I mean, I love the fact that you have that T-shirt, but I love it more when a woman wears it, because that means that I'm actually over one of her breasts.
Oh,
Big
Chris.
ass breasts. 10
Well, no,
Hey, look at these bad boys right here. Mm.
well, Jake, I'm sorry, I have no interest. But Jamie's on the other one. So, Jamie, Jamie, have we not talked about this? Is this not something that we're both happy about?
Yeah.
Thank you. And well, Jamie actually has the cleavage. Steve has the other one. Richard just has the belly button.
So, about this Me Too movement.
In case you haven't wondered, there's a reason why this isn't an official podcast.
I get the motorboat.
Jamie gets the motorboat. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're here today and we're actually doing this. I'm sorry.
I genuinely can't believe we are doing this, to be perfectly honest. See, it probably won't come as a surprise to many people, but I don't make New Year's resolutions. And I mean, I'm kind of half relieved because, just like Chris, I struggle to achieve, let alone overachieve. But I don't see a reason why I should use the new year to try and change something. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Why wait until January to give up sugar or lose weight or get in shape or anything? Why not today, whatever day it is? Why not November or May or that? I can see like the change of 1 year to the next, but in the same way as the seasons from one day or the day from night and today. But it's why wait or just go, oh, it's New Year, I better make a resolution. I'll do the hoovering more often or whatever it is.
I've often thought that myself. When people say, Jake, that they want to lose weight for the new year, why don't you just not eat as much over Christmas?
Because it's delicious.
I'll answer that for him. I'm sorry.
Don't eat the whole turkey. Leave some turkey for somebody else. Don't drink the other 27 cans of beer. Just drink 2.
But Steve, they're there, and like Mount Everest, it needs to be conquered.
In Jake's defense, Christmas is delicious. So yeah, if you want to enjoy that time in whatever way you enjoy. But I don't see why you have to, if you want to get in shape, then get in shape in October. And if you want to overindulge over Christmas, do that, but then go back to it.
So, Richard, what do you? Basically, what you're saying is when you do New Year's resolution, and you're serious about them on New Year's Day, you're going, these are my resolutions, and I'm going to achieve them this year. You are basically saying you're setting yourself up for failure because even if you do them, then obviously you didn't fail. But to start a definitive point and make a definitive point as the end, and then you're going to judge yourself on that, you're setting yourself up to fail. I mean, you are.
Yes and no. I don't necessarily. I see what you mean. Yeah, if you say I am going to do this, and you don't do that, then yeah, that's a fail. If that's the label you want to give it. But why have it for New Year? Why at any point say I'm going to do that on New Year? Why not go? You get up and you think, I'm looking a bit flabby around the middle now, or I haven't been out for a walk, or whatever it is. You think, well, I'd quite like to change this. Do it then.
There's no such thing as a May year resolution. Or a June year resolution.
That's the point. I genuinely think New Year's resolution, the old gym memberships and the health clubs are rubbing their hands. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you want to go and get fit and lose weight and be healthy, do it. It doesn't matter what the day is, because even if you just, am I explaining myself? I don't see why making that decision about your lifestyle or your habits or your choices has to be linked to the first day of the year. If you want to lose weight whenever, whatever the day of the week it is. It doesn't matter. Do you see what I mean?
So what's your New Year's resolution then?
Next Wednesday, I'm going to start.
or do it to start tomorrow, Jake. Start tomorrow.
Hold on.
I think it's an easy day to remember, though, isn't it? So they can say, it's not like if, say, for example, if they want to keep a diary or something, say, right, on the first day of January I was this weight, on the second day, on the first day of February I was this weight.
That's like the bar. No, that's like the bar that hangs a sign up and behind the bar that says "free beer tomorrow."
Right.
It's a bit like
every time you walk in there, it still tells you it'll be free tomorrow.
What? Safety.
Guess
sign.
what? Never comes today. Never happens. Jake, I like your thinking, brother. You know what? I am now taking. Wait a minute. I see a 195 to 180. We're gonna forget about that, Jake.
I got it. I'm gonna do it anyway.
You go ahead and do what you want.
He's gonna rewrite that next Wednesday. Now, you realize that.
As soon as we go off air, I bet he's got transfer paper underneath it or something.
No, I just remember.
I threw it away. I actually like Jake. Jamie, if it was you, I would have kept it. But if Jake, I like. But so I threw it away.
You've been bad mouthing him ever since he won that knife.
No.
Yeah.
You know what, Jake? We need to talk because I mean I would really like to buy that from you.
Huh?
Actually, Jake, that reminds me of something, Jake. You know, when I said Happy New Year, I'd forgotten you won that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy about it. I got mother of pearl inlay here. I got all this stuff yesterday in the mail.
Hey, Jake.
Cool.
I just want to let you know, everybody besides yourself doesn't like you right now.
I love me.
No, yeah, well, good for you, buddy.
I do.
Right
I'll be getting my share of the giveaway soon.
That's dinner for one.
I've got a question for Robin and Carl and Jake and Chris, because you guys don't barely know what Boxing Day is, do you? You don't celebrate Boxing Day.
No, I know what Boxing Day. I know what it is, but we don't celebrate it.
So, yeah, just like I know what Thanksgiving is, but we don't celebrate that. What do you do on Boxing Day? Do you? The reason I ask,
you guys.
The reason I ask is obviously the whole of my life it's been Christmas Eve, yay, it's exciting. Christmas Day, oh, presents, yay, and then Boxing Day, you get to basically play with all the presents you got the day before. Yeah.
Like you get to slag off, right?
That's all I've ever known my entire life.
We get to go back to work.
See, that's why. That's the weird thing. It's like you have all that excitement at Christmas, and then I gotta go back to work tomorrow. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Done. No.
So you get 3 days. You get Christmas Eve, Christmas, and Boxing Day.
Well, yeah. I mean, it all depends because I mean, where I used to work, we would generally work on that would be a working Christmas Eve. Here is, I believe, just a normal working day, unless it falls on a weekend.
Yeah.
So
all the shops close early, though, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, basically everyone just is there because they have to be there, and nobody does any work. It's like the last day of school before the holidays. You know?
It's kind of the way it is here too. A lot of places are open on Christmas Eve, but we don't get like the day after Christmas. We don't. I don't know.
That's what
it kind of makes it hard for people to really enjoy Christmas, then, doesn't it? If you got to go work the next day.
Well, when we worked at Freightliner, you got the whole week off until after New Year's. So you and a half.
Yeah, I mean,
Robin,
that was pretty much that's pretty much the norm with well, it used to be anyway. I don't know what it is today, but it used to be pretty much the norm with a lot of companies. I mean, working in in broadcasting, we didn't get a day off. I mean, we got Christmas Day off only because we ran automated programming so that everybody could have the day off. But the day after Christmas, you were back at work. But Boxing Day, let's be honest with ourselves here. And I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm seriously saying this. Boxing Day was originally a day where the wealthy, I believe in the UK or Britain or wherever this originated from, they would collect after Christmas, after they had their fun and had their great, wonderful celebration. They would collect the things that they didn't want, basically, maybe perhaps a few dollars, and they would give it to their servants who had to work on Christmas. And that the box that they gave them was where Boxing Day began. Am I correct or am I incorrect?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much
pretty much.
So what I'm saying is, if you currently celebrate Boxing Day, you're a freaking servant.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it.
It's not called Boxing Day here in Ireland. It's called Saint Stephen's Day.
Well, if one of you guys wouldn't mind, I could use another beer.
And if you notice,
Happy New Year, Chris.
All right, never mind. All right, I'm sorry. Maybe I got it wrong. I apologize. Go ahead.
If you notice, not one of us has moved.
See, the other way of looking at it is we could be like, it's Boxing Day, so we're giving you stuff.
yeah, like a beer.
We're letting you drink.
I'm not saying anything. Go ahead, guys.
He's not biting, lads. He's not biting.
So basically, nobody's doing New Year's resolutions. Nobody.
I am. I've got one.
You've got one, have you? And do you do that because of the timing, or do you plan it in advance, or is it just a spur of the moment thing with you?
I generally do a New Year's resolution. I'll have another cup of tea.
Give up drinking.
Yes, my New Year's resolution is to be more positive for myself. And
how's that going?
It's good because to look forward and stop looking back at what's just happened, and that's my New Year's resolution this year. Because
you're going to become a battery.
Yes. I will be ever ready.
Well, Steve, if you don't mind me saying, you're looking pretty good right now, my friend.
Thank you.
So
not so bad yourself, Christopher.
Well, there's nowhere else to go but downhill from here.
Become a Duracell bunny, and then you can upgrade to a Playboy bunny.
No, I'm kidding, Steve. I mean, seriously, I know what you have gone through this past year, and you've been miraculous throughout the entire portion of it. And much like Richard would say, Happy New Year.
Yeah. And the same to you too, Chris.
And I do love you. Yes. How's it going, by the way? I'm just kidding.
Richard.
I really don't want to know. I'm sorry.
Yes, Steve.
Richard. Happy New Year, mate.
Yeah, here we go.
And you know what, Robin and Carl, you've been standing for a long time. Robin, I'm sure you don't mind. I'm sure you don't mind being here, but Carl has been there for a long time. How's your back, Carl? Are you feeling okay?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Chris.
No. I'm just curious. Because I know you're not really doing what you love, and there's no sanding going on currently.
I'm leaning against. Okay.
You guys are. Who invited you? Did Jamie invite you to join us today?
No, we just showed up.
We just showed up.
He hacked my Facebook.
It was our New Year's resolution.
Have more Facebook pages.
Yeah. Good job.
Pass it on. Let's keep it going.
What's Facebook?
Is there anybody else who would like to join us today? Just hack into our account. We're cool with that. I mean,
Dave tried.
Poor Dave. Jamie's put the web address on some.
No, Dave messaged me and he says it's not even letting him in now. He's basically blocked him for some reason.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dave.
That's because he tried coming in twice.
We tried coming in. It could never get I mean, Dave, we love you. Don't take that personally.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Have we actually just made Happy New Year
an
insult?
We have made Happy New Year
Well done,
a
people.
negative thing thanks to Richard Morley, and I want to point that out.
Makers
That was
International Podcast are officially the people that made Happy New Year a negative.
a negative
It's saying you aren't allowed to join this call.
of its hosts. And yes, and if you want to join us now, we will kick you out and block you like Dave the Wood Barber, who we actually really love.
Honestly, undoing 2 millennium of annual celebration. Well done, people. Well done.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Richard, you got a 3D printer. You think about drawing up a CAD file to print a middle finger, and then we can share that with people next week if you would like.
Well, I've kind of made myself a promise with the printer, in that I want to make only practical, usable things. Because I know I see a lot of very useful videos that basically just print trinkets, like things, yeah. And I don't want to do that. I want to actually physically have things that will be of use. So that's a
knob.
That's it's actually an upgrade for the machine so you can turn the extruder, and brackets for things. So I don't want to turn, like, you know, those cats that sit there like doing the paw thing that you get in the Chinese restaurants, and unless the actual usefulness of them is specifically for trying a new setting, which I'm not going to get nerdy into, but there's like different shapes that are
I'll
better
just
in.
move these cats out the way then.
That's probably not something I would print, Chris. That's what I'm saying.
That's already way too nerdy for me to. Anyway,
I want to make useful stuff and only useful stuff. How is that nerdy?
no, that's not. No, Richard. I'm just was trying to defer you from going down that path that I know we were heading on.
Yeah, fair play. Do what?
Oh, Chris.
Steve's play. Don't play with cable ties, Steve. Put the cable tie down.
It's gone. I've thrown it away. I just realised what I was doing again.
Docking his fingertips, if not. Crikey.
No, well, honestly, I do wish, in the non-Richard form, I really wish that everybody has a Happy New Year. But I'm not going to follow up on you on a day-to-day basis to make sure that is happening. I honestly do wish that all my friends and my family and people I don't even know have a great year. Because why would I wish anything else? But when I come up on you and go, "Hey, how are you?" I don't want to hear about your life for the past 4 months. I'm just asking. It's a greeting. It's a freaking greeting, people. I just want to, "Hey, how are you?" I expect you to go, "I'm good, man. How are you?" And then we can carry on with whatever conversation is that you want to bug me with. But I mean, but I do wish everybody who's listening today and watching us today and doing this pop-up podcast thing that a very happy New Year. I hope you have a great New Year. Just like Richard said, every day of the year should be the same way that you feel on Christmas Day. When you're wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and feeling so humble and sublime that you're going, "Oh, I really care about you." It would be really great if we could do that throughout the year. It's never going to freaking happen, but it would be nice if we could do it.
Everyone should feel great right after Santa empties his sack.
Exactly. All over your living room floor.
So
Robin and Carl, did you understand that?
No, Jamie, can you type that out and translate?
What did you say?
Neither one of us got
Just nod and smile, Carl. Seriously, don't go down.
Just nod and
Nod
agree.
and smile.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Santa sack. That's what I heard.
I just heard sack.
Everybody's happy after Christmas when Santa has emptied his sack.
Oh.
See, English isn't that hard, Jamie.
I'm thinking especially Santa.
Neither is American.
Santa's a happy guy if he does that. Anyway,
Oh my life! I want to know what when Carl and Robin are back on the road next for their with their trailer.
Oh, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Crikey, where are you going with that?
Phoenix, Arizona.
So that's
that-
not too far from you,
That's
is it?
2,600 miles.
Yeah.
So in sort of, I mean, for us, that's like, whoa, that's massive, but it's relative, I guess, for you guys. So you wouldn't necessarily deem that to be a massive expedition. Is that right?
It's pretty.
It's pretty far. It's what is it? It's 3 states away. So
Oh, right. Oh, okay. That's a fair old trek then.
we're
That's
How-
that's a very dry climate. That's where it's a very dry climate. It's where older folks move when they want to golf and die.
So,
a lot of people
does that mean
during the winter.
this year that you're going to be doing a GoFundMe for a helicopter?
That would be nice.
Oh, you know what, Carl? If Robin, Carl, if you get one, I want to ride. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start it. GoFundMe. Carl needs a helicopter. I want to ride on that. What kind would you like, Carl?
You can mount it on top of the trailer.
I'm thinking one of those that has the 2 props that can lift up like a tank or something. That would be awesome.
Go big or go home.
Actually,
So if the demographic for that area is as you just described it, is there sort of a relatively high concentration of wood turners there?
Yeah,
And-
yeah. And they're like Texas is the #1 state in the U.S. for wood turners, but a lot of like Arizona's they have a lot of they call them snowbirds, so they live all over the country, but they spend winters in Arizona. The house
Of
there,
course they do.
nice, still warm. So
Yeah.
And Woodcraft puts on a big giant thing at the end of January every year.
yeah, it's a big symposium. So
And trust me, Arizona, Florida loves you for that. Because the last thing Florida wants is more snowbirds. Trust me, I know. I used to live there.
right.
They
I think
kicked you
Dave-
out for that, didn't
I think Dave's back.
Hi, Dave. Back.
Is
Dave,
he?
is your camera not working?
he's kind of back.
Is your microphone not working?
I think it's more his internet's not working.
Gee, I wonder why you were kicked out of the last one. Anyway, whatever. Dave, we're happy to see your logo. I hope you're having a great day.
But
Happy
we
New
are-
Year, Dave.
We are only
Happy
renting that space
New
for
Year.
advertising your logo, though. So yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
it's a shame. Be good because are we having Dave on as a guest at some point?
Yeah.
If not, we definitely should.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we should, and hopefully his appearance will be better than the one he's making today. But
I can hear him.
otherwise, it's just going to be a lot of heavy breathing and us going, what? Anyway,
Strange. So, what about you, Jake? What are you up to? Are you back at work or back at work soon?
I've been working a lot actually, but the last thing I did was a cutting board out of scraps
Yep.
that I'm gonna raffle off for Make a Wish, and it's going pretty good so far. I'm pretty proud of the video, and I already raised a little bit of money for it, so good stuff.
awesome. Good for you. Better you than me.
Sure. What are you up to, Chris? Dave's gone, so I'm bored now.
You know what I'm up to? After this Christmas, because I spent a serious amount of time in my shop making a lot of presents this year, and I'm talking like 5 I made 50 plus presents this year for people that, people that I didn't know, people that my wife insisted we needed to make presents for, and people who, that my wife was watching Netflix while I was out there, anyway. So I'm taking
You're not bitter at all, though, Chris.
Oh no, I'm not bitter at all. I mean, I had the Kris Kringle smile all the way through it. I love her.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm sure that everybody that received a gift is wishing you a very happy New Year.
well, you know what? You know what? I made the gifts for more of a limited amount of kids than I wanted to this year. But I'll tell you what, that's what made me feel good. But because I spent so much time out in my shop, Richard, I really just want to take a break. And I don't know how long that break's going to last, but I haven't lost the want for making. I'm tired, man. I just want to sit back and I want to watch Netflix while my wife makes something, which will never happen. But I'll get back.
That'd be a good video.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh boy, wouldn't it? Oh, I would like to shoot that video. But that unfortunately will probably never happen. Anyway.
See, I'm kind of the opposite of that because I have a break very close to and right over Christmas. So, I mean, this year it was like 2 days before Christmas through Boxing Day and to New Year, where everything, basically the workshop's closed because it's all just used as a storage room for other things. And I can't wait to get back to it. So I'm sort of the opposite of you. So, and I'm guessing that Dave's microphone and camera won't work. So I'm going to continue talking to... No, unfortunately, I was hoping then you go, no, it's working. I'm here now. So, I'm not ignoring Dave. I'll stop as soon as it gets it working. But I'm assuming that I've been distracted. Well, I mean, come on, Brain, don't fail me now. Steve is going to be thinking because you've got a bit of a building operation going on in the near future, hopefully, haven't you?
Yes, I'm building a new workshop out the back of this shed here. I love where I am. My workshop is in my mother-in-law's old home house that she lets me use. It's just a little old cottage, but it's a drive away from home. And I don't know if anybody else has their shop that's away from home. When you get in from work, you're driving home from work thinking, oh, I can't wait to get out and make something. And you get home and you get changed, you have your shower or whatever, and then you have some dinner, and then you sit down and you play with the kids or do the homework, and then you go, oh, I can't be bothered to drive all the way to the workshop. And then you lose the feeling to actually want to go and make something. So I'm going to build out of all reclaimed materials a new shop outside the back of this. It's only going to be a small 10 by 10 shop, and then I'll knock a door through here and it'll be one big shop. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be at.
Nice.
I'm assuming.
Are you going to make a video of it?
It won't be a really in-depth building video because there's millions of them out there, but it will be a stage type little short vlogs maybe on how it's going. Yeah.
I'll tell you what you could do potentially is because with YouTube's got stories now. It might lend itself well to that. Or Instagram stories or something like that to keep people interested in coming back and letting us see what's going on rather than you haven't got to sit down and edit it all. You can get on with the build.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, Dave seems like he's there, but he seems frozen.
Hello, Dave.
He's frozen a lot.
Dave, if you can hear me, your New Year's resolution, figure out the hangout.
Yeah.
But you know what? You have a dashing profile picture. Even if that's not your profile picture. I mean, man, he's got that nicely manicured beard and the glasses. I mean, they match. And damn it, Dave, I wish you could actually freaking talk.
Screenshot that, Jimmy.
I'm actually half expecting him to go, hasta la vista.
You know what? There are women. There are women online right now looking for a silicone doll made out of you.
Give me your clothes.
You are a sexy.
Come with me if you want to live.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm heterosexual because if I wasn't, I'm
beginning to wonder, Chris, with the amount you're going on about it.
Well, you know what? I am getting on in life, and I haven't tried everything. So
Watch out, Dave. Hope you're not going.
Is that a New Year's resolution for you? Is it, Chris?
Dave left really quick.
You know what? I got to be honest with you. I've had the upper hand throughout most of the Today Show, and so I appreciate that. So give it to me. I freaking deserve it. I agree with you. That's all right.
That's what he said.
I don't care. If you expect a videotape somewhere on the internet, is probably going to be waiting a long time. I'm sorry, that's what I'm saying. I deserved that. That's fine. All right. Whatever. Richard, Happy New Year.
Very sorry to the 31 viewers watching this.
Dear, dear. Well, as Berkey would say, they are here of their own free will. But
Well,
it does beg the question as to why are these people at home watching us and not with the family or friends or doing something.
Well, I don't want to bring this whole thing down, but I do want to, because we all know some people who are probably very happy to see 2018 go away.
Oh yeah.
We have a friend. I don't want to mention this name anyway, but I mean, we had a friend in our community who lost his wife last year, and there's no way to get over that. And it doesn't matter how you wish this person happy New Year, that's going to take some time. And I just want to let that individual know, and he knows who he is, that we're thinking about him.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that I will mention a few names. Mike Murray, if you guys can. Touch base with Mike and just let him know that you love him and support him. I mean, Mike, I believe, has a 3-year-old child that is in the hospital and is possibly could be facing some serious conditions. Touch out to Minor Mike if you can, and just let him know you love him and you're there for him, if you wouldn't mind. And just yesterday, Jamie, I think you're the one who alerted us to this, is that Charles Deering had a house fire. And obviously nobody was hurt, and we're only talking about material things, so we're not talking about to the level of Mike and the other gentleman that we're thinking about. But at the same time, that's a hard thing to go through. So these are people that are going to be happy to see 2019 run in, because you know what, there's nowhere else but up from here. So I just wanted to mention them and have you guys think about them and at least send some love their way if you could. And thinking about people who had a bad 2018, excuse me. Jamie, how's your foot?
Yeah, don't even go there.
All right. Well, actually, we don't care. I was just asking the same way Richard was asking. Happy
Chris,
New Year.
Chris, Happy New Year.
Jamie, we meant the other foot.
Happy New Year, Mr. Page.
How's the physio going?
Physio.
He went there. Carl went there. Kick out.
Physio.
That's why we love Carl and Robin.
It's I'll get it again in a couple of weeks.
Because they stand there and they look so puritanic, and all of a sudden they come up and go.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's a bloody torture chamber. That's what it is. How are you doing? Take your shoes and socks off, and they're like,
yeah. No, they don't do.
You know what they say, Jamie? No pain, no gain.
They don't do what I just did, too. Let's be honest.
And it's just a sauna.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Listening to Jamie say physio is painful.
Physio.
How do you say that again? The aluminium?
Aluminium. The right way.
Aluminium.
Oh my God, Richard! I think we're done.
I genuinely have no idea what's going on with the whole Jamie saying physio, because I hear physio, and when Carl says physio, I hear physio. I
don't know what they're on about either.
And that's the. I mean, I'm not picking on anyone or defending anyone. I'm just genuinely confused. I have no idea what's going on.
It might have something to do with the pictures that you've been receiving on your wall, Jamie. I could be wrong.
It was a hangout we were in, and Jamie is telling the story, and it goes on for like 2 minutes, and he must have said physio 15 times.
Really?
Jake was there. We don't even know what he's talking about. He goes, now I'm trying to find the physio place, and they moved the door to the physio place, and we finally figure out that he's talking about physical therapy. Physio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called physiotherapy here.
So
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't know what's going on, because
And it's the physiotherapist that does the physiotherapy.
Yeah.
We thought it was funny though.
No.
You would. You're American.
Now it all makes sense. But yeah, to me, I hear physio. I hear you say physio. I know that you're both talking about physiotherapy and or physical therapy. I understand all the context, and I'm like, why is there like 3 different contexts for the same thing? Well, how is this being? Oh, it's just.
it was just hilarious. got his note to go to physio, and then he got on the bus to go to physio, and moved the physio place. We have no idea what he's even talking about.
I feel like I'm talking to him all the time.
Actually, physio sounds like a soft drink here in America. It's like,
Exactly what I said.
It's physio. And Jamie would correct him and go, it's physio. And Carl's like, that's what I said, physio. So then they were saying it way too much.
Jamie, how's your foot? Oh, never mind. Nobody cares.
Jake's having a physio right now.
It needs some physio. All right.
Awesome.
I've got some tablets. I've got some tablets for that.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's why you're not making sense to people. We do apologise. Jamie is currently rather heavily medicated, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll be resuming hopefully at one point soon, maybe in the future at some point.
Well, I just
Happy New Year.
I just want to alert people to the fact that I am not editing this. It's whenever Richard decides to hit the stop broadcast button, this is going to be up there forever. But remember that
sooner rather than later at this point.
Oh my God, probably much later. Apparently, the way this thing's going. But I just want to remind people, everybody, tomorrow we'll be releasing the show that we did with Anna. And Anna is a lovely lady. So if you have a chance to watch that, if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about her. I think we talked a little bit too much about concrete during that show, but I mean, that's why we want to have her back. But anyway, check that out tomorrow. But for now, I'm not Richard. I'm not working on this. when you hit stop, we're done, buddy. So if you said something you regret, I apologize. Edit it your own damn self. I'm not doing it.
I was going to say, I don't think any amount of editing is going to dig us out of this one. So just leave it as it is. What the who? Cool. Well, I think I will hit the stop button because my laptop battery is starting to show red and moan, and I don't know what will happen if the battery dies and the charger's not here. So I will genuinely heartfelt to all those people listening, both live and in the future. If you're going to take the time to watch us, that's fantastic. So you all have a great New Year. I hope you had a good Christmas with your friends and your families, and then ignoring Steve, and continue to do that. Work hard, be happy, and stay safe in your shop. So until next time we're on doing hopefully something better than this, you take care.
Yeah, genuinely, non-Richard style, I do wish you a happy New Year. So take care, everybody.
Have a week.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Up
New
yours.
Year.